Hello and welcome to this edition of Simply Saturday, where I get to show you a card that is fast and easy to make. Today's card is so fast and easy to make that it's almost cheating. Now, often when I show you a fast card, it has to do with the stamping technique, but sometimes it has to do with the actual product. Today's card is about 50-50. So let me show you the product that we're using that I am talking about. In our new annual catalog, on page 137, you will find note cards and envelopes. Now, it's a package of 20 for $7, and these do come in white and they come in vanilla. So depending on which one you would like, you can make your selection. Now, the nice thing about note cards and envelopes, especially if you're new to stamping, is you don't have to worry about cutting any paper or doing any measuring because the note cards and the envelopes are ready to go. They can be stamped and create a card created in this direction or this direction. So that makes it super easy. Now, if you're already advanced in stamping and you've been doing this a while, it does make for a quick item to just grab and go. Just grab your note card, get it stamped up, and get it out in the mail. So the product that we're going to pair with our note card and envelopes is a stamp set called Happiness Abounds. This is on page 109 of the current catalog. And as a variation to my card at the very end, I will be using the dies. So if you like to order the bundles, which saves you 10%, it's the stamp set combined with the dies in one purchase, then you may want to consider that. But in the first card that I show you, we're just using stamps and ink. And then you might want to note that these products are part of a suite called Hues of Happiness. And I will put ordering information in the description at the bottom of my YouTube video. So let's get started. I am going to grab my note card. And I've already folded it along the pre-scored line. You don't even have to score your cardstock when you're using the note cards and envelopes. And I've selected the stamp that says Happy Birthday from this stamp set. Actually, I'm going to give this a quick clean. I can see that there's ink on my block. All right, I'm going to use black ink and stamp my happy birthday words on the front of the note card. All right, so I am aiming for center, just below center between the top and the bottom, and eyeballing center right and left, and drop my stamp. Okay, so at this point we have our words. Now, here's kind of one of the tricks we're using today. When you look at the stamp set, it's easy to gravitate to the big images, the flowers, the leaves, the words, but sometimes we forget or don't know how to use these small images. So on today's simple card, we're going to use this little stem of flowers or little bouquet. So likewise, I'm going to use my black ink and stamp this right above my words, and I'm going right above the B in birthday, and this should be pretty well centered. Okay, at that point, now honestly, you would find note cards like this in a package that either say happy birthday or thank you, 4, 6, or 8 of them. And you would pay quite a bit of money for a simple note card like this. We're going to dress it up just a teeny bit, so we're not just going to leave it black and white. Let me mention that when we color directly onto our card, you may want to consider using our Stampin' Write markers. And the reason for this is that the ink will not bleed through. And I'm going to show you an example of that here in just a moment. So I am using my Stampin' Write marker, and this is Mango Melody. So I'm just going to hit the leaves, or the petals, I should say, the petals of my flowers. Now this could also be done with some colored pencils if you prefer. If you really do enjoy coloring, but you've gotten into the Stampin' Blends and you love those as much as I do, then that's why at the end here I'm going to show you a variation, so that if you don't have the Stampin' Right markers and you only have the blends, I'll show you what you could do instead. All right, but we are going for quick and easy, so this is pretty much grab any kind of regular coloring marker to do your coloring. Then I will take Poppy Parade, also in my Stampin' Right marker, and just put a little red center in my flowers. If you've never seen or used the Stampin' Right markers, they do come in our core colors and also in the in colors. They have a brush tip on one end and they have a bullet type marker on the other end. All right, then I have Granny Apple Green, and instead of trying to stay within the lines of these skinny little leaves, I'm actually going to be a little bit more free form, and I'm going to color down the stems and up the leaves, just kind of filling in as I go, knowing that that green is not really staying inside the lines. It's okay with me. I like how it looks. Okay, now we're going to take our note card and set it aside, pull in the envelope. Because we do have a rather simple card this time, we want to make sure to have a little peek on the envelope of what is to come once they open the envelope and look at the card. So I'm just going to put that same bouquet on the envelope. And we're done. I mean, this really took, I should have timed it. This probably took less than 3 minutes. So what I want to show you now is how these could be taken. You could do 4 or 6 of these perhaps, even if you change up the words. So this one's happy birthday. You could change your sentiment. Take the note cards and the envelopes, bundle them together and tie a bow around them. And look at what an adorable little gift you have. This is a cute host gift if you're invited to someone's house. This is a wonderful little gift to give to your hairdresser or your nail tech after an appointment. So many cute ideas, and people really appreciate packets of note cards. So this is our Simply Simple card for today, but let me show you a variation if you want to stick around. And this is where I said your Stampin' Blends were going to come in handy. If you're going to use your Stampin' Blends, you're going to want to stamp on a separate piece of cardstock. This is just a scrap, and that's what I've done here. And then you can color with your Stampin' Blends. So let's do that right now. I am very partial to my Stampin' Blends for a couple of reasons. I like the way that the alcohol ink causes the ink to kind of expand, so you don't even have to get very close to the outline of your image, and it almost fills it in automatically. Another thing that I like about the Stampin' Blends, of course, is the blendability, which is why the word blend is in their names. You can take a light and dark of the same color. So like this one is dark Daffodil Delight. This one is light. In coloring with those together, you can get beautiful shading. And you can also, whoops, this one's not shut. You can also take other colors and they will blend nicely together too. So now I'm going to take Flirty Flamingo and just put centers. Let's go dark. Put centers into my flowers. Oh, that's better. And then here's a little step that I could not have done effectively with my Stampin' Right markers, and that is just to bring the pink out a teeny bit on some of these petals. And again, it's only because of the design of these blends that allows me to do that without it just looking like I colored one color on top of another and it looks like mud. And then with my Granny Apple Green blend, I can come in and do the same thing with my stems and my leaves. Now, the reason that we needed to do this on a separate piece and not right onto the card front is this. the Stampin' Blends will bleed through to the back of your paper just a little bit, and you don't want that to show on the inside of your card. So if you're going to color with your blends, stamp your image. This is still a very quick card. Stamp your image on a scrap, color it with your blends, and then use the die to cut it out. Now we can finish the card. So on this example, instead of happy birthday, I pre-stamped sending many thanks for all you do. And then I'm just going to attach my image in this case, since I didn't stamp right onto the card front. I might need a new liquid glue. This one's getting low. All right, and then in this instance, this is just going to get attached to the front of the card. Still very quick, very easy, and quite effective. It creates a little bit of a natural shadow because this piece is now attached to the front of the card, and it's also very nice. So again, these note cards can be wrapped up super cute with a little ribbon of your choice, and it makes a great gift. So I want to thank you for watching today, for watching this episode of Simply Saturday. If you have never subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do that. And I also want to mention that in the description down below, I will put the product information and a few links to help make your experience a little bit easier. In the meantime, goodbye, have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.